Hey there everybody, Jason here, and today we're actually going to do a book review, and it's a slightly different format because typically I just show you the book and I'll just hover over the pages and that's the view that you get, but this time I'm actually just going to talk to you guys. So the book that we're actually looking at this time is Dune by Frank Herbert. So Dune's obviously been around for a long time. There's a few books in the series, and there are obviously the movie and the movie that's being worked on. Like, I know that there's been a movie in the works for this series for a long time. I think there was like at least like one other canceled attempt. But anyway, I just want to talk about the book specifically right now. It took me forever to read this, but once I got, I think, through like the first half of the book, I was actually like really quite into it. It's it's an odd read because like the premise of the book is like this family is being moved to live on a planet that's basically barren, and it's a sand planet and it's hostile, and they're there basically to oversee like the universe's most precious item, which is spice. And the people that were there previously, they don't like that, or like the like, I don't know, there's enemies and there's intrigue and there's all this sort of stuff that basically culminates in in a huge battle that decides the fate of the universe, basically. Like it's got a pretty broad scope if you look at it as a whole, because it's dealing with like the universe and everything like that, but it all just takes place very simply on one planet. The main character that it follows is Paul Atreides, or Paul Muad'Dib. I hope that I'm saying that right, but basically after an attack by the Harkonnens on their home, shortly after they arrive there because of a traitor in their midst, his father dies, and he gets swept in with the native sort of militant group on the planet, and basically have to find a way to basically combat the Harkonnens and take over everything. And because of the spice on the planet and the way that he was raised and his own genetic, tendencies, he basically can see into the future, and he uses this to like basically determine what course of action that he wants to take, all the while trying to stop like some sort of religious jihad that will sweep the universe and destroy everything. It sounds confusing to actually, well, I feel like it is confusing to actually try to explain, but it's a good read. If you like classic sci-fi, it's a good read. It's not what I would consider to be like full of action. It definitely does focus on like the talking, and there's lots of back and forth between characters, and you have to like really follow some of the plot points. But overall, it was actually really worth it. If you compare it to the movie, and I will actually mention that one now, it's like leaps and bounds better, because the movie, oh my god, while there are some visually appealing items in that movie, it really glosses over a lot of stuff that happens in the book, and it changes a few things, and after watching it, not a big fan. I have heard, of course, about the new movie that they're trying to make, and I'd certainly be interested in watching that, but we'll sort of see what happens when that actually comes out. But either way, I am now interested in possibly reading some of the extra books that came out in the series, like, what did they say they were? Like, we got like Dune Messiah, Legends of Dune, I think there's like a Children of Dune. Would you guys shut up, please? But anyway, I might actually read some more of those. I don't know, like, it didn't hold my interest that much, but I do like sci-fi. I like a good story, and I think that's why I like the old Star Wars novels, because those sort of follow like the same sort of thing. Like, they're not super action-packed. They focus on the characters, and there's more talking and actual stuff like that. So I think that's why I actually kind of dug this book. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.